Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Syahmi bin Saari. Today, me and my groups gonna present about our final project, which is Book Century. Uh, Before we start, I will introduce all my group mates first. Okay, so the first one is Muhammad Syahmi bin Sharudin. The second one is Nur Farhanah Izzati binti Abdul Jalil. Me, myself, Sharul bin Saari, and the last one is Zurul, Maisarah, Binti, Zulkefli. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, introduction. What is Book Century? Book Century is not an academic, school, public, or national library, but it is a special library. Special libraries include corporate libraries, law libraries, medical libraries, museum libraries, news libraries, and non-profit libraries. Librarians are normally hired, but many librarians employed in special libraries are expert in the field of the library rather than commonly qualified librarians. Book Sanctuary is a combination of a library and a bookstore. The concept of the Book Sanctuary is to let our visitors experience both services in our library. Book Sanctuary provides borrowing and lending service and also selling books at the same time. The idea of bookstore and a library in one place is still new and fresh. This approach will draw visitors to the library and as well as helping the organization to gain profit. Okay, next. Vision. Our vision is to create, shares and exchange knowledge in a knowledge society to keep communities connected, promote lifelong learning and deepen social network. Our mission is the Book Sanctuary offers free services to all people and organizations in the city on equal terms. Our basic objectives are the provision and maintenance of expertly selected materials that enable individuals to pursue education, knowledge study, and the use of leisure time and providing quality literature products. Our objectives and goals is to establish communities where everyone continue to learn and grow, to provide a more efficient and fun environment for the communities. And the last one is to provide quality literature materials to the communities. So this is the location of our business. We strongly agree to operate in Petaling Jaya, which is located in ground floor Jaya 1 Mall, number 70A, Jalan Profesor Diraja Ungku Aziz, PJS 13, Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Okay, next I will pass the presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is N5IM1105B Binti Abdul Jalil, and I will explain more about personnel management, position description, and also performance appraisal. So, this is organization chart of Book Sanctuary. Mark Davis as our library director, Ned Sharul Shami as our head of IT, Nur Farhanah Izzati as head of circulation, Ned Zurul Maisarah as our head of acquisition. Last but not least, Muhammad Shami as our library of administrator. Next. Next, we proceed to position description. Firstly, library director. The library director does a lot more than just checking books in and out for customers. They monitor other employees and staff and make sure that day-to-day operation runs smoothly. This position also responsible for planning, organize, directs, and coordinates all phases of the library activities and operation. The library director is also responsible for assessing the staff under him or her. Secondly, library administrator. This position responsible for assesses needs, recommends programs, implements programs, and evaluates program effectiveness. Evaluates the organization structure of the library by assessing staffing needs and recommends change to allocate position and divisional structure as needed. Thirdly, Head of IT Department. Head of IT Department responsible as the primary contact for maintaining the availability and integrity of library information system, coordinating the computing, equipment and software planning, and deployment in the library. liaising with IT departments on topics such as security, upgrades, and maintenance, and communicating and coordinating the library's technology needs with library department. Fourthly, Head of Circulation Department. It is responsible for the borrowing of materials, management of collection, and other related service to users. Also, responsible for shelving of materials and maintaining the collection in perfect order and shape. Last but not least, Head of Acquisition Department. The responsibility of the Head of Acquisition Department is to select and acquire library materials needed to support the educational and research mission of the library. Acquisition facilitate the selection and acquisition of material for library and user. Acquisition administer the library's material budget and handles donation of gift in kind. Next, we proceed to performance appraisal. Objective. There are many objectives of performance appraisal. Firstly, to provide feedback. Secondly, to encourage users to come to the library. Thirdly, to increase the future potential and value to the library. Fourthly, to develop as inventory of human resource which form the basis for career planning from an organizational point of view. Last but not least, the evaluation of subordinates' performance of works and job tasks of organization and to know the strength and weakness of performance and to let them know how they are doing. Next, we move to appraisal process. First step is goal setting. Goal is something that makes a special library expect or hope their employees achieve it. Step number two, determining performance standard. To develop performance standards, manager must review the job description for each position and select the key component of the job. Step number three, achievement of set standard. The performance standard that have been achieved should be clearly understood and preserved. Step number four, regular performance feedback. Library director must give balanced feedback to the employees, whether it is negative or positive. Step number five, self-evaluation. Self-evaluation is used in the performance appraisal process to encourage staff members to take responsibility for their own performance. Step number six, library director evaluation. Library director can measure it by their soft skill, for example, communication skills, leader skill, and technical skill. Step number seven, employee recognition. Employees will know that what they are lacking, so they need to be focused on giving a better performance. Step number eight, documentation of employee progress. This is the last step in appraisal process where an employee will receive rewards and risk of or promotion. Next, appraisal form or system. For appraisal from a form or system, we have decided to use graphic rating scale. It identifies certain factors to evaluate. The most popular in use by time consuming, which library director and employees themselves rate and measure employee performance for a specific timeline using keeping and business metrics. The rating process must use number 1 until 5. It is also identify certain factors to be rated as attitude, attendance, skills, and more. So that's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. I am Mohd Sharudin and I'm the third presenter. I will talk about financial management. First of all, I want to tell about the definition of financial. Financial has been the foundation of almost any library. Library management need to regulate the activities and even some maintain and track the budget of the facility. Book sanctuary could easily trace budget including maintaining resource, budgeting, and budget needs. Instead, it appears to require an expansion in properties. Budgeting involves the allocation of resources among activities and program or service in the library. The objective of the budget is to assist managers in planning their work effectively, allocating resources, and controlling and monitoring resources utilization during the budget period. So, for the first point is type of budgeting. Line item budget is the method of finance that we decided to use. Line item budget is the most common type of budget, easy to prepare, and incremental budget such as add-on. This method divides object of expenditure into broad input classes or categories such as salaries and wages, material and supplies, equipment and expenditures. In addition, it is easy to understand and to justify because it can be shown that the allocated funds were spent in the areas for which they were budgeted. The advantage of line item budgeting is easy to prepare. Most are done by projecting current expenditure to the next year, taking cost increase into account. However, the disadvantage of line item budgeting is no relationship between the budget request and the objective of the organization. So you guys can see the budget request form 1 summary. The example of expenditure is salaries, staff benefit, material, and others. You can see the budget current year 2021 to 2022 and budget request 2022 and 2023. Next, we will go to source of funding. The first point is grant. The library can obtain limited support for innovative library program in the humanities such as book festival, school tours, and other education program. All the program also can give a profit to the library and it can be used for a particular purpose. Cooperation and foundation are also good sources of additional funds. Information on what is available can be obtained from various foundation directories, periodical, or other materials available in library. The second point is internal market. For academic and enterprise setting, funds are allocated and managed internally through business unit, cost center, and other arrangement, sometimes leaving the information service entirely dependent. When the library offers many services such as binding, printing, and other services that make profit, it will increase the fund for other purposes. The bookstore also are a good method to increase the financial situation when we sell all books, either education books or storybooks. Other than that, when the library bookstore have a high demand for the market, it will be easy to attract the community to buy what they need. Next, we go to promotional method. We have two types of promotional method, which is printed and non-printed material. I will start explain about the printed material. For the promotion tool, we use printed material, and the example of the printed material is 1. Poster, 2nd templates, 3rd pamphlets, 4th brochure, 5 flyers, and the last one is banners. The function of this printed material is to persuade the user to come to the library, to spread the user awareness of any activities conducted by the library, to attract user attention and interest to the library, and the last one is to inform the special features in the library such as the bookstore. And our target audience for the printed material is the first one is children, teenagers, researchers, teacher, and parent. For the promotional method, we also have the non-printed material. The promotion tools in non-printed material. The example of non-printed material is the first one is television, radio, social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and the last one is website. The function of non-printed material is the first one is to update the latest news of library activities. The second one is to remind the users about upcoming event. The third one is to share important content. The fourth one is to increase library productivity and retain its market share. The last one is to persuade the target audience. And our target audience for non-printed material is public, social media user, and the last one is foreigner. Next, I will talk about activities to promote library. The first one we have special advertising. In the library, advertising also play a main role to promote the library to the public. Advertising creates an awareness to the public and gives some new knowledge to the user. There are some medium for advertising such as newspaper, magazine, radio, television, internet, and special advertising. The function of the advertising is communicating through media or non-media form to influence a large number of consumers. This medium also be a good method to promote the library because it can be seen at the public or in the internet. The example of the special advertising is our website. So you can see the upcoming event through our website. The second one is outdoor setting. Library may provide the banner and special transportation for outdoor setting. It can be allow the user to have a high capability to use the book from the library. The library bus or library transportation is suitable for giving an opportunity to the user to have an experience read, explore, and buy various types of books. The example of outdoor setting is our library bus. We can make the library bus for user to to buy or read our books. The third one is special event. Special event are the most interesting event either for library staff or user. Mostly, user participate in the special event to cheer up the environment. The audience such as children, teenagers, and adults are allowed to join and support the library special event. In addition, a lot of activities that have been organized by library staff during the events. These special events run only twice a month. Therefore, the library may receive more user and participant. This event also can be conducted outside or inside the library, such as books festival, schools library or session, storytelling, and game for the children. The example of the picture is storytelling. The last one, the last activity to promote library, and the last one is exhibition and displays. The example of exhibition that can be conducted such as book exhibition. Our library has two services which are reading and selling book. So the exhibition should be present in the special collection in the store. The library can invite the book publisher to make the exhibition more fun. Knowing the book publisher are attending, the visitor can enjoy and ask more questions about the books. Knowledge and interest in the books can be increased by conducting this exhibition. The library also can invite other organizations to join the exhibition, such as school club, universities club, or any bookstore shop to spread knowledge, awareness, and interest toward the library. That's all from me. I I hope that my explanation is enough. Thank you. I will pass the presentation to the last presenter, Zurul Maisarah. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Zurul Maisarah Binti Zulkefli. So for my part, I will explain about the departmentation and services provided in book sanctuary. The first department is the administrative department. This department is the one who responsible in taking care of the day-to-day administrative operation that keeps the library functioning smoothly. These responsibilities include documentation of library staff employment, managing the payment of invoices, organizing the collection of income tax and insurance, create and maintains library reports, ordering of supplies for the library, and also calculating the wages and salary. This department is also responsible for keeping records of the purchases and sales made by the customer of the library. It is their duty to manage all the cash flow into and out of the organization to ensure that the buying and selling process are going smoothly. Some of the programs that they can organize is job support or networking group that give opportunity to people who are seeking job, and also by doing staff training program. The next department is acquisition department. The acquisition department manage the purchase and processing of library resources. Their duties include purchasing items, coordinating licensing and access of electronic products, and conducting collection assessment. They are also responsible for providing other visual resources such as DVDs, streaming video, LPs, CDs, slides, and many more. They may also provide technology used to play these resources, such as TVs, record players, and also computers. Some of the programs that they can do are storytelling activities, online gaming competition, and also book sales festival. The next one is circulation department. Some of the functions of this department is to manage the process of lending and borrowing materials, manage the process of selling and buying books for the customer of the library, monitoring materials for damage, and collecting statistics of library use. Some of the programs that they can do is doing self-check-in and checkout by using RFID, liaison program within the department to manage the user education program, and lastly is research support services. The last department is IT department. The IT department will be responsible for keeping web content current while also working to manage the social media pages. This department is also responsible for providing online access to library sources, collection, and repositories. They identify, digitize, and preserve information resources of cultural, historical, scholarly, educational, community, and civic interest. They are also responsible for maintaining and handling the operation of computer technology in the library to support and bolster the library system and service so that it becomes more embraced with the changes. This will make the future of the book sanctuary become more productive. The programs that they can organize is computer classes, user awareness workshop, and also exposure to the open access e-resources learning. Yeah, so for conclusion, to sum up, a library is a space in which books and information sources are kept. So libraries make it easy for individual to get access to them for different purposes. Libraries are very convenient, economical, and a great place to learn because they provide the masses with free education and entertainment for everyone. Therefore, librarians need to be more aware by catching up with the technology scale because information is growing every day. Librarians need to make a massive improvement in order to satisfy the needs and expectation of the user. The reason why we want the book sanctuary is to let our user experience a new style of library where they can enjoy our services for free, and also if they are interested with our books that are available in the library, they can also purchase it from us. Book Sanctuary provides borrowing and lending services, and we're also selling various interesting books. We believe that our idea of a bookstore and a library in one place is still new and fun, so that this approach will um, attract more people to come to our library and as well as helping the organization to gain profit from the purchases. To create a new library, a well-planned organization is needed for success. The first step in opening a library, we do research and also find out the best location for our library. Other than that, an outline of our vision for the organization and the goals we wanted to achieve are needed to be sorted out. On the other hand, a proper financial plan is really needed and important for the organization to operate smoothly. Once we formulated the plan, the next step is to begin building the organization structure and function for the library. Without a proper preparation and skilled manpower in the library, the organization won't be functioning well. So I think that's all from us. I hope our this presentation will give you a clear understanding about book sanctuary. Thank you.